Ellen till the lumen elvo, a star shines on the hour of our meeting. Hello friends, I'm Narelon Starfire, pronouns he, him. Welcome to the stream. It's Tuesday, which is Minecraft Day, isn't it? So that's what we're going to do, we're going to play Minecraft. How are you all doing today? I hope Tuesday's treating you as well as it can. I know Tuesdays are always rubbish, aren't they? Always a bit rubbish anyway. So hope it's going alright for you. It's been a bank holiday here in the UK, so I wasn't at work yesterday. I'm back to work today. And thankfully, which is very, I feel like I'm all skew-effed. How's this? Hold on. Is that better? Maybe that's better. But yes, it was back to work this week. Back to work today. I was off last week, off yesterday. Fortunately, I'm working from home this week, or supposed to be. So that's quite nice. Better than, so much better than being in office. Like it's not even close. It's ridiculous how much better it is. Like it's just so much better. I can't stress it enough. Because like my job's not terrible. You know, I can't really moan. I don't know if that does help it make it any quicker, but I do it anyway. Like, there you go. I can't really moan. Like my job's not that bad. But you know, I don't want to go. I don't go to work and interact with people and any of that nonsense. But when I'm at home, I don't have to. Work from home. There's so many advantages. So much nicer. Oh, that kind of lagged weirdly then. It maybe dizzy. So, you know, it's just a lot better. Like, I'm still going to complain because I don't have to go to work. But it's so much better. And just like, just so much less to moan about. So many advantages. Yeah, no. It's just, anyway. It's not forever. It's only for this week and next, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe it won't be all of it. I don't know yet. I've got a lot of gems and the glass on me, so I guess that's what I was doing when we finished last week. Yeah, it would have been last week, wouldn't it? Yeah. There we are. Let's see if we can buy some more, and then we'll carry on building some up, I guess. Yep. Nope. Yep. Yes. Alright, okay. That's something. Nope. So just hunt down some villagers who sell glass, and then we can kind of press on with that. Where? That's a farmer. That's not a. I mean, I did ask for a villager. I didn't say what kind or what job, did I? So that's something. All right. See if we can get some glass. But yes, how are we all? How are we doing? Oop. Huh. I don't know how I did that. No. Yes, but the one I already bought from. Nope. Nope. This is a lot of villages I'm trying to... There we go. Excellent. Whew. There we go. There we go. All sorted now. Fine. There we go. Hold on, let me just adjust that. That's better. I accidentally got my headphones turned way up. I was like, why is everything loud? That's why. Okay. So, what's the plan for today? I don't know yet. Keep working on that. Let's put some gems away. Yeah, and then we'll kind of build some more of this transport to you. Then we'll do some farming. See if we can't make some of those emeralds back. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? What am I even up to? What was I doing? I don't remember. So, I kind of need to be above it, don't I? Oop. I keep hitting the glass today. I don't know what's wrong with me. So this is actually ready to put a roof on this bit, isn't it? Okay, so if I just get a bit of scaffolding, and then I'm going to need some material just to get started. Got an idea. Yeah, I'm sure. Like this, here we go. Okay, I'll sleep in here and then we'll do it. Anyway, what have we been up to? Yesterday I went to my mum and dad's. Which was bank holiday, spent some time with mum and dad. And I kind of kept doing a bit of little painting when I've had a chance. Working on the two tractors. I mean, I think of them as tractors. I don't know what you'd call them. There was a scenery kit that GW don't sell anymore called the galvanic servo holders, which was a big crane, a little trailer, and how am I going to do that? Oh, I know. No, that's not it. Yeah, kind of. So if I do it like this, look, yeah. This should be fine. But yeah, so there's like two tractors. They're like little tractors. You know, they look a little bit like the old tractors that used to exist. Yeah, great big crane and a trailer. I've not done the crane or the trailer yet, but I started painting the two tractors and I'm kind of like ploughing on with them. And they're quite fun. Right, there we go. Remember that trick that Frezzo told us last week? Okay, there we go. See, I'm leaving it kind of just like open to the air where the stations are, but I'm wondering if the back wall's still up, so I wonder if the top should come over as well. I think it should, shouldn't it? Like the top should carry on, so you like step into the side of it. That's a good idea. But yeah, the two tractors, I've gone for sort of, they're vaguely reminiscent of some real world old fashioned tractor schemes. So that'll be quite fun to do. And yeah, at first I was like, this is fun. And then you kind of get to like a middle stage where it got a bit repetitive. Because they're relatively simple designs, largely. So I was just like, you know, whatever. But then I'm now on the bit where I'm doing like the details, and one of them's got like a load of dials and stuff on the back, and buttons, and that's more interesting again. That's what I'm doing right now. I don't know what I'm going to do afterwards. I'm kind of in a bit of like a scenery mood at the minute. I did buy, because I got some money other month. Yeah, it is other month now. From work. It's the government's like, please don't go on strike again money. That they get us like a pay rise. Not a pay rise like they should have done, but still, you know, better than nothing. And also like a bit of a lump sum. So I spent some of that on it's actually like it's Necromunda scenery, partly. It's the Prometheum tanks, which are like the big basically fuel tanks. And then I bought like a lorry and a trailer, which is also like a Necromunda thing. So I've been thinking about it for a while, and I thought, let's just do it while I've got this like bit of a lump sum I can draw on, you know. And at least then I've treated myself with like some part of it, because I've not done anything with it. And like when you get a thing like that, you gotta like treat yourself with a little bit of it if you can, and so that's what I did. And wow, this is like making my eyes go funny. I could not make out then what were the bit I was supposed to be working on. But anyway, yeah, so I bought them, and they're mostly, I'm not, because I don't play Necromunda. Like, I'm not against it, I just, you know, haven't. And they're going to be part of like my scenery, because I kind of wanted to make it up to my board, you know, to look a bit like it's like a bit of, I don't know, not like a refinery, but you know, like a fuel depot or something. I thought that could be quite fun. And assuming I ever actually play any games of 40k, it like it adds a bit of character to your game, doesn't it? There we go. There. Because then it's not just like an empty board you're fighting over, just something which would be strategically very important, wouldn't it? Either to capture it or defend it or deny it to your enemy. That character. I thought, get the lorry, you know, get the some bits like that. Make it look like there's a... It just injects a bit of life into your battlefield, doesn't it? So that's the plan. Long way off, yeah. I've already got some other bits of scenery that I always intend to work on. Like, you know, that I've bought and that just need painting. And I've got some like ideas using bits that you get in these scenery kits. Did it again, didn't I? Like the barrels and crates and stuff that I've got with. Because you get some of the what do you call it? They still sell them. Monitorum armored containers. Sorry, I already slurped that then, didn't I? It's assuming the... Oop, sorry, I just clicked away accidentally. Hold on. There we go. I just like messed everything up and opened up the wrong windows. But yeah, with the Monitorum armored containers, which I bought a while ago because it's just shipping containers. With yeah, I've still got some. And you get some barrels and some crates with them, which is quite fun. I want to do something with them because obviously I'm going to leave a few that are just like loose that I can then put somewhere if I want to. You know, a few barrels and a few boxes. But I'd already got a load of barrels and boxes from other things as well. Like there's many years ago, I bought what were called the Battlefield accessories set. Which had got some, you know, some crates, some barrels of a different kind to the ones that are in the armored containers. And you got that little like petrol cans and stuff, like, you know, like a little pallet and stuff, not like an artist's pallet, like a shipping pallet. That all adds to the feel of it. So. That was fun at the time. There we go. Okay. So between the station and the warehouse, which is like our main places we travel, the glasswork, the stations and the struts are all built now. But yeah, so I kind of want to like make some little ammo dumps and little fuel dumps and stuff. But I need to get. My dad says he's got some, you know, like cake board. The cakes come on, that kind of stuff. That I can use as like a base to put some of these barrels on or some of these crates or whatever. Okay, I'll do it. And then once I've got them, I can start working out how I'm going to assemble them together. I'm going to paint them and that. But that's like a project for a little bit further away. Got the stuff I need to, you know, I've got my shipping containers that are already. Tell you the only problem with them. You can, you know, they can stack on each other. You can assemble them with they've got a detailed interior, with the door open or the door closed. But there's no hinge. Like you can't, you know, like you'd expect, or I expected with that kit. You can't have it so that the door just swings open and closed, which is a disappointment. And the size of the door and everything's too thin for you to easily just like drill into it and, you know, put some rods in there to allow you to open and close it. So disappointment. So I've assembled one of them in bits so that I can paint the inside and the door's glued open on that one. But the others are all sealed shut, the other two. And when I say I bought a lorry and a trailer, the lorry and trailer both come with one of those shipping containers and a sprue of barrels and crates. So I've got even more there to deal with. What I've got, so one of them I intend to assemble like just as a normal shipping container, no problem. But the other one I saw someone do it online. Cut the top off and put like a layer of plastic card or something halfway up and put some loose, like cut some sprue up into little bits or something and make it look like it's carrying bulk materials. That's quite fun. Leo Thomas, hello. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. How are you today? Hope Tuesday's treating you well. Assuming it is Tuesday still in your time zone. Might not be. I'm also good. Excellent. Glad to hear it. How's your day going? Not bad. Yeah, work, right? But I'm working from home this week, so that's quite nice. Certainly a big improvement on having to work in the office. So, not bad, really. Not bad. I'm just talking about the models I'm painting. As I was talking about while I do mundane things in Minecraft. So if you came in, that's the... How long have you been here? I hope you don't take this as a rude thing to ask. Are you gonna try and sell me your services to like make graphics and such? Because if you're not, I'll apologise. No? Brilliant. There's a string of questions that I've been asked a lot recently by different people. And they come in and they always say, like, how's your day going? How long have you been on Twitch? And then say, can I offer to sell you some graphics? So, I'm very sorry that I assumed that was the case. Yeah, it just fit the pattern. I've had it like three streams in a row. And I was trying to like preempt the thing. I'm sorry about that. No, I've been streaming for 4 years. Just 4 years next month. Which actually started, well, yeah, started with Minecraft, I think. I can't remember. My friend who's going to be joining me at some point streamed first, like from 2018, and then said, will you stream at the same time, and then people can like see your perspective of the games we're playing together. And then I've ended up carrying on doing it. So that, I think it was September. No, before then. But like middle of 2019, so 4 years. So I've been doing it. Yeah. Well, you know what they say, Loomis? Great minds think alike, and fools seldom differ. Speaking of which, I can sense a presence. I can sense a presence here tonight. Is there anybody there? Is there anybody there? Because I'm getting a name. And it's Loomis of Phelan, pronouns Zizo.
Hello, everybody. Hope you all doing good. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
That was very much on cue there, wasn't it?
Yeah. I woke up in the potato field with my hands full of potatoes.
What a dream.
Business as usual.
So what a dream. What a dream. Oh, okay. Let me dash down somewhere. I too am farming. Yes, how's it going? Oh, how's it going this week then, Loomis? Bank holiday yesterday?
Yeah, I was ready for that day off.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah. I'm doing a lot of driving around lately.
I know how much you love driving.
Yeah, not really my thing. My granddad is spending a little time in a community hospital. He's okay. He's okay. He's recovering. He had a bit of a tumble. But yeah, the home that he normally stays at is right between where I work and my house, so it's very convenient to visit him on my way home. Unfortunately, this hospital is in completely the other direction, so it's not easy for me to get there.
Yeah, that's not so convenient, is it?
Yeah, some distance away. You have to take what you can get when it comes to finding a community hospital, I'm afraid.
Yeah, there used to be so many around here as well.
Yeah.
Like they shut like 4 of them around here. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, there's one like 5 minutes walk from my house, and like it's still open, but I'm pretty sure like all of the ward. I think they've got like one of their wards open, and the rest are all closed because we don't need community hospitals anymore because we're doing it all centrally, except all of the central hospitals are full.
Because because obviously when you're working in a hospital, seeing it all, there's so much stuff where you're like, this is what a community hospital would be for.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need, somebody who's like frail or got dementia or whatever. They don't need to spend like 6 weeks in an acute hospital.
Yeah, somebody whose treatment is done apart from the bit where they need to lie in a bed for 3 weeks until they're finished healing up. They don't need to be in an acute hospital with doctors rushing around them. They just need somewhere to lie down where a nurse can check in on them.
Yeah. That's all they need. They just need that like community hospital, like being looked after by a nurse, see a doctor once a day kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's what community hospitals are for. But no, we've closed like all of them.
Yeah.
And those that are open like shut like almost all of the capacity. So, no, that's a terrible idea. It's tourism, and they've all done it since they got in.
Yeah.
Deliberate sabotage. Like, it's not an accident.
No.
It's not like they don't know. It's deliberate sabotage.
Yeah. Like the fact that at the big hospital, like the winter emergency ward hasn't been closed for like a decade. And they're just, because they're even at the quietest times, they're completely full to the brink of people. And then you've got all these community hospitals with wards and beds that are lying empty because they're just not being funded. Like, it's
I mean, some of them have even demolished, haven't they? Like demolished one of the community hospitals around here. Why? Like knocked down half for another one.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. It would be incredibly bad planning and management if it wasn't for the fact that it's completely deliberate.
Yeah, that's it. Like they'll pitch it, of course, as like, oh, the NHS can't cope, badly run and all that. It's like, no, it's been deliberately sabotaged by central government.
Yeah.
It's,
The NHS not coping is the point.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the end goal.
Because then you turn to private medicine. And the more people turn to private medicine, the more they can say, see, people turn to private medicine.
Yeah.
And that justifies further cuts, because, well, so many people are going private nowadays who don't need the same capacity. But that stalagmite are huge, by the way.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Do you wonder if they'll join together eventually?
I'm kind of hoping so.
Cool.
I'm hoping so. I don't know, maybe they're too far apart. I don't know like if they're a maximum size. Stalagmite, stalactite, I don't know. But, we'll see. But yeah, it was genuinely getting me very angry about how the NHS has been very deliberately sabotaged.
Yeah.
And the press constantly spread all these lies about it as well. Like the idea that there's enough money but there's too many managers. Or you hear that one a lot, don't you? And like, yeah, of course there are going to be like odd managers who, aren't needed or whatever. But I was somewhere once in there. A few people were there and they were like, oh, there's too many managers, that's a problem with it. And then one of them used to work for hospital near us. He was head of estates, actually. Or head of the electrical part of estates, I can't remember. Just said, do you want your doctors doing admin or do you want them being a doctor? Like, well, being a doctor, obviously, is that then you need someone to do the managing, don't you? And they're like, well, can't they, there's probably just too many. Well, where are you going to make the cuts then? And they're like, well, and of course they got no idea.
Yeah.
Because, you need it. It's the same with like they say there's too many admin staff. Like, again, you don't want doctors and nurses doing paperwork. You want them being doctors and nurses, ideally. They already have like paperwork they have to do, and that's too much.
Yeah.
So you want them to be doctors and nurses. Otherwise, you're just like wasting them, aren't you?
Yeah. My experience is that there is too many managers for the staffing level, but the problem isn't the managers being too many, but the staffing level being too low.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. There's like everywhere not got enough staff. Like by a noticeable degree. So, yeah, they've got the managers. I mean, to be fair, they've cut loads. Certainly the hospital I work at. They've cut so many managers even since I was there. There's been a lot of. I mean, obviously, I can't vouch for every region of the hospital. Certainly, where I work, there are far fewer than there were.
Yeah.
And of course, again, you can always find somebody you could sack, right? Or some things you can reorganize. You could always going to be able to find them. Like, I'd be very surprised if you couldn't find them somewhere. It would be a fairly Sisyphean task, I think, to keep on top of all of that.
Yeah.
But by the same token, there's already been loads caught, and it's not the scale that people think it is. Like, I've heard people very earnestly say that there are like 3 managers for every frontline member of staff. Are there? Do you have any evidence for that, or is that just an imaginary number and not in the maths sense? Just to give you an example for people at home, we have 4,000 staff at the hospital I work at, of whom like 3,000 are frontline. So I don't know where those 9,000 managers are.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's 2,000.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't, because they don't do anything.
Well, very true. I mean, that is the nature of managers. Yeah. Do you know what, Loomis? Do you know what? Just as an aside, I think you should give me a bit of a clap.
Yeah.
Because I was on time today, wasn't I? I mean, first of all, just in general, but like, Kira Chats is doing a bonus stream today. She don't normally stream on a Tuesday; it's a stream a weekend. But she's doing a bonus stream, and I was still on time.
Yeah.
Normally, you have to come and like drag me out, don't you? If that were a thing, and to like come and drag me out of chat, like somebody dragging an inebriated relative out at pub.
Yeah.
No, we're on time still. Whoop. Sorry, I'm just like stood on the railway line counting stuff, don't mind me. Definitely very safe. It's Baldur's Gate 3 she's playing. And she got bought it by a member of a community. And played it yesterday, and of course spent like an hour and a half on character creator. Which, by the way, nearly swayed me. I was like, that character creator is so good, I can't want to play the game. I was teasing, B-Rat, of course, would normally be here. And he was teasing me about the fact that, like, there's a game after the character creator as well. Yeah, so by the time she'd done all that and like done the tutorial, it was like way past the finish time. She's like, there's no point leaving it 48 hours while I've forgotten everything that chat's advised me on. Because of course it's D&D, isn't it, Baldur's Gate 3? It's D&D 5e.
Yeah.
Like pretty much straight done as a computer game.
Yeah.
Just with like the narration, like the pre-recorded narration acting like a GM or a DM, I guess, done D&D, aren't we, specifically? And the game literally rolls dice all the time.
Yeah.
Everything's like dice rolls. So of course she'd never played it before, etc. Hi, Loomis.
Hi.
So it's like a lot to learn, and it is a messy UI because it's a D&D character sheet split up and put on your computer screen. So it's a lot to take in. So that was that.
I mean, I just I hope that she's played the first 2 games in the series, because I mean, if you weren't there for Baldur's Gate 1 and Baldur's Gate 2, I don't think you really deserve to play Baldur's Gate 3. Like, a lot of people are jumping in at this point, and they weren't there. They've not supported the series. You've got to earn that stuff if you want to be part of the community.
Have you been talking to the Armored Core fans? Is that what's been happening?
I mean, I've been talking to gamers on the internet in general.
I mean, yeah, like just like change the title of the game, and you just like everything. It's not even just like computer gamers, is it? It's like I mean, it kind of it's a wider conversation that we've sort of alluded to before. Maybe we'll talk about it later about the problem of like 40k so-called fans, and they'll do all the people aren't real fans because they've not been around long enough or whatever. And then it turns out that they themselves don't actually know anything about 40k other than memes. It's like, yeah, okay. Like the person who was condemning somebody for painting the Space Marines in pride flag colours. I think they're French. I can't remember. They're called Cerberus on Twitter. And they're doing them all the pride, like a Space Marine and a sister battling like every pride flag. Or like the armor like livery, I guess, inspired by the pride flags, with the pride flags like the heraldry on the shoulder, and they're really good. Like not just really high like quality painting, which it is, but like the way they're applying the colours is like really clever and really like thought out about how you, because they're not just like daubing it on the armor, you know, they're doing it as Space Marine armor, just in that colour palette. It's really good. And of course they draw a lot of flack because people are like, stop shoving your politics in our game and all of this nonsense. And one of the people criticising was like, this is ridiculous, everybody knows Space Marines are blue.
I thought I knew what you were building up to, and that is way worse than what I was expecting.
Yeah, that's someone who's got no idea at all, is it?
Yeah.
That's somebody who's like seen a picture of Ultramarines and assumed that is just what Space Marines are.
Yeah.
Well, that's no knowledge whatsoever. But they were talking about the real 40k fans and how they were one of them and so on. I just realised it doesn't have to be a circuit anymore. I've probably said this before, but it's occurred to me in a previous stream. We can have spurs off of this transit tube, like you have on a canal. 'Cause it's a frozen canal.
Hold on, you cannot wear spurs in the transit tube. You will scratch it.
Yeah, please cover your wedding ring while in the transit tube. It's like how, just an aside, have you seen like older buses or trams or whatever, and how the windows are always scratched from people writing the condensation off while wearing rings? Because a lot of the time people do it with the back of their hand because it's mucky, right?
Yeah.
But of course, if you're wearing a ring with a stone, it's going to be on the back, you're facing out the back of your hand into glass.
Yeah.
Because generally speaking, gems are harder than glass. So they'll scratch it. I mean, diamonds obviously are. But anyway, that's that side. So, Armored Core 6. I don't know anything about it. It's from Soft, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's mecha combat. You can build your mechs.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe the wrangle is that you can buy and sell at like a 1-for-1. So the idea, of course, is that you customize your mech for every mission or boss or whatever it is. Like you get it exactly right for each one. But a lot of people are actually quitting it and complaining about how it's impossible. And they reckon it's because they're trying to play it like Dark Souls. Where you get like a build.
Yeah.
And like work out the optimum build and then stick with it. And that what people are doing is they're looking up like optimum build online. Chasing the meta. And that's not how you play the game, and they're getting caught out. And the tremendous irony is that a lot of these are the get good, Elden Ring shouldn't have a pause function people who are now going hoist by their own petard. As someone said, I saw online, the get good thing is like horrendous and I can't stand it. Except it's now being used against the get good people. But I think it's very much the worm has... I actually managed it. I've never managed that before. The worm has turned. Kind of those who were like, oh, why would you need an easy mode? Just keep studying their moves and keep trying it until you win. And now, like, this game's too hard. I don't want to keep studying their moves and trying it until I win. Which is a beautiful irony, and I love that stuff. And some might say it was Schadenfreude. But I don't know about that.
Not engaging with the key part of the game, which is that you've got to customize your mech.
Yeah. And of course,
you don't just pick a build and then play through the game with that build.
Yeah. And of course, what the... in like your Dark Souls games, as I understand it, you might have to like face the same boss a few times to work out what the optimum build is, say, or to work out their moves and dodge rolls and how to like time your attacks and frame rates and such.
Yeah, more the latter than the former. You kind of commit to your builds in Dark Souls. It's not trivial to shuffle things around.
So I mean, so early on you kind of working out, I guess, and then once you commit to it, right?
Yeah.
Like not in the sense of shuffling around, but like you choose a path and then
then go
to do. Yeah. Whereas, of course, Armored Core mode, what you're doing is you're fighting the boss over and over to work out the optimum build.
Yeah.
So it's still the same principle that you're going to lose a lot and you're going to keep fighting the same boss, and it might take you days, and then you'll have a tremendous sense of satisfaction when it's done. But it's just working a different way. Instead of, learning their moves and sticking with your build, you're learning your build.
Yeah.
Sticking with your moves, I guess. It is catching everybody out, and it's quite pleasing. But then you've also got other people who are like, it's because, they're not true Armored Core fans. It appeals to casuals and all of that, and I can never stand that attitude.
Yeah.
I saw someone say online, because they're a big Armored Core fan, and I've been since they were 9 or whatever. And they were saying, but I want people to get involved. Like, I want there to be lots of new players, so the game does well, so we get more Armored Core in the future. Yeah. It's kind of been my attitude with 40k, hasn't it? That I want GW to succeed, so they keep making 40k. I want my new models.
Yeah.
I want, I want the game to carry on. I want to be able to play in future. Which is perhaps why I quibble less at times than some people do. But obviously Space Marine should be blue.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed that you don't know that. One of my favourite things from all that, by the way, is they love to hurl around the accusation of tourist, right? Because there's this myth, and this like weird right-wing myth that like there are roving gangs of left-wingers, I guess, who are like marauding around the internet, destroying IPs. For what reason I don't know, but that's what they're doing apparently. And to make it woke, I guess, because I guess in their mind, like, woke destroys things. So therefore, if you try and improve anything to be woke, inverted commas, you are in effect destroying it. And it don't matter how much the evidence contradicts that view; it's what they believe. So, there's no reasoning with that, is there?
Yeah.
As the ancestor says now, think of this quote so often. The ancestor from Darkest Dungeon: "You cannot learn a thing you think you know." And I think of that so often because it's so true.
Yeah.
Like, the ancestor is completely right with that one, and that's a problem that a lot of people have, is that they think they know the answer already for whatever it might be, and therefore then they can't learn it because they already know. I think so. I was just deciding how best to do a thing. Yeah, I guess. Oop, they fell off.
Yeah. It's like, I think the thing with Armored Core is, like, there's not been an Armored Core game for ages, right? I haven't followed the series in a long, long time. But it's like I think the last Armored Core game was before the entire Dark Souls series.
That's a while then.
Yeah. So most of the people who consider themselves really big FromSoft fans arrived after the last Armored Core game.
Yeah. So this is like new territory, and it's new and strange and scary because it's not proper FromSoft, right?
Mm-hmm. I've literally seen that. I've seen posts saying how Armored Core is not a real Dark Souls game.
I mean, I was just kind of like exaggerating from how they kind of think about these things. A lot of people. I didn't realize I was literally quoting somebody.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Wow. Okay. That's. Wow.
Yeah, no, I saw one earlier with somebody talking about how they installed the game, saw mechs inside the game, and then uninstalled it because that's not Dark Souls.
Now, hold on a moment. So they installed a mech game.
Yeah.
Just to kind of clarify that for the audience, they installed a mech game that is about mechs, in which you pilot a mech.
Yeah.
And they uninstalled it because it had mechs.
Yeah. Apparently they were unaware that it was a game about mechs. They thought it was going to be another Elden Ring game, and they didn't look at it in the slightest, even though there's like mechs on the front cover, on the Steam page, on everything.
No, I'm no FromSoft person, as you know, because I'm not a real gamer. I've never yet get good. But I knew
True, he hasn't.
But I knew that's what it was about. You can't avoid it. Like everybody's talking about Armored Core, and they're like, "Here's the mech I made in Armored Core." What did they do? Did they just feel like, they're not real gamers, they don't know? Did they think it was a summon? Like what's? Because remember, kids, summons are the real easy mode. Apparently, don't use summons if you're a real gamer, even though they're a core part of gameplay. That's what I learned. You shouldn't use the core part of gameplay, I guess, because get good instead.
Yeah.
I don't even use controllers, when I play. I just use my mind. Controllers make it too easy.
A lot of people play with like a USB steering wheel and stuff like that to make it a bit more challenging.
Yeah. Well, I just play with the power of the mind. I mean, I can get that for like a stream, by the way, like people doing like goofy stuff like that. I can see that. I wouldn't flashbang myself in a cupboard for a stream though. That's a new meta, isn't it? I don't know if it's literal flashbangs or if it's just like setting off bright lights in a dark room, but no amount of bits is getting me to do that.
Yeah, can't say I'm familiar with that one.
Apparently there's several streamers doing it. But I mean, me, I just like paint models and play Minecraft. If that's not the real meta, the friends we made along the way. But yeah, as an aside, by the way, I was talking to a member of QChat's community, and he's a big Soulsborne gamer, massive into Elden Ring. It was the source of a whole dispute once, over whether it's good or not. There was a whole row. That I kind of like came home from work with. The meme of what's his name? Is it Donald Glover? Walking into the room and he's like holding a pizza or whatever, and the room's on fire, and like there's absolute chaos, and he just looks horrified. It's like there's a mess everywhere. Like that's kind of what it felt like. But anyway, I was talking to him the other day, and I asked him about easy mode in Elden Ring. So we had this whole discussion once. I'm not rehashing it. I just want to add this. So we're not starting that again. You will have.
I mean, maybe we should catch up the audience and our respective positions in the discussion so far.
I think there should be an easy mode for people, like or accessibility functions, so people can enjoy a game. If they just want to come home from work and try it, or maybe they can't get good. Whereas Loomis hates people, so that's.
I do hate people, and also unrelated to that, my own opinion is that.
I hoped you were going to run with that. I thought, God, yeah, you did. Really.
If there had been an easy mode, then people would not have engaged with the actual mechanics, because at the time people talked about how the mechanics were not understood. The game was very unpopular with critics because they couldn't play the game. And if there'd been an easy mode, I think most people would have gone into that without engaging with the mechanics, and I think honestly the series would have failed, because if you're not, that's what makes it good.
No, I do think actually probably what we should say is that perhaps there's a slight cross purposes to what we've been talking about this many months, and that I'm not entirely engaging with what it was, but what it is.
Yeah.
Should there be one now that everybody knows what it's about? Is what I was really thinking about, rather than should there have been originally.
Yeah, I mean that's a more reasonable argument.
Yeah, that's what I was saying this whole time, but I constantly jumped on by all the Soulsborne fans.
Yeah, because I do think that if Demon Souls had an easy mode, I don't think there ever would have been a Dark Souls. I think that alone would have made Demon Souls be a flop.
And I mean that's quite possible, and in a way, I'm not interested about relitigating the past, as they say. It didn't have one, that's fine.
Yeah.
But should there be one in Elden Ring? Should there be one going forward? Is what I would say. Yes.
That's a much more reasonable proposition.
Yeah, that's what I was saying the whole time. By the way, has all of this been for nothing?
I mean, that certainly didn't come across. So,
Because I always thought you were talking about like in future as a principle, not like originally. Like originally, sure,
Well-
whatever. I don't care. Years ago.
well, I mean, I think you've largely misled me because you mostly talked about the difficulty in Dark Souls, which was in the past. I mean, even the most recent Dark Souls game was a long time ago now.
Was it really? I didn't know. I don't keep up with them.
Hmm.
I believe I said Dark Souls in like a broader accent, but you know, I think it's broadly the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I was talking about it. I think because here's the miscommunication. I've used Dark Souls and Soulsborne interchangeably throughout. I've often said like a Dark Souls type game, and then said Dark Souls thereafter as like a shorthand, which obviously it led to some confusion. But because it was all timed with the release of Elden Ring, wasn't it? So to me, I was focusing on the present issue. But there we go. Just miscommunications that cleared up now. But the long story short is, I asked Oscar what he thought, and you know, should there be an easy mode in Elden Ring, or would it indeed stop people playing it because it'd be too easy? They wouldn't engage with the game. And his answer was, people love a challenge. They'll go to any length, do the most ridiculous things to add challenge to games that don't have it. People won't play it on easy mode if they don't want to. So that was his take as a veteran, because Oscar's one of those people who love a build. They're coming up with builds, like, and that's a service that he kind of offers. You know, if you need help in any of those games, he's got a build for every situation.
Yeah.
Same with D&D. He loves coming up with combos and feats and all that stuff to break the game. Yeah. So that was his thoughts, and I thought, yeah, that's basically, because I don't know, because I'm not a Soulsborne gamer, but I thought that seemed reasonable. Because that's my impression as well. Like, people are doing it with steering wheels, they're not going to play it on easy.
Yeah.
And of course, a lot of that cachet comes from it originally being hard, which is a different.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about the. I'm not trying to talk about the people who go after a game solely for the challenge, who are obsessed with doing it in the most difficult way possible to get cloud. I'm talking about like normal people.
Which they are most definitely not from that. But yeah, I was talking about people who like play games for challenges, like you do a bit, I guess.
Yeah.
So not like the ultimate, like playing it with a steering wheel, but like I use that as an extreme example. But you know, like the
But I mean, as far as that goes, Dark Souls isn't remotely hard enough to justify that on its own. And also, you can make any game hard by coming up with your own challenges.
like you do with Pokemon.
Yeah, I was about to say, I do a bunch of challenge runs of Pokemon, and like, it's in vanilla Pokemon, it is literally impossible to lose.
What if you get good and do lose? I mean, to be fair, you can just catch Missingno, right, and then just like absolutely balk everything. You kind of lose then, don't you?
If you have to resort to glitches in order to not be able to beat the game, then I think that in itself says something about the difficulty of the game.
It's the steering wheel of Pokemon. We seem to have a surplus of farmers over here.
Also, I think you can beat the game with Missing,
Yeah, it's hard because everything's balked.
Well, the thing is, Missingno's not actually that big a problem. It's .m that wrecks the game. There's a few different glitch Pokemon. Missingno's the most famous, but it's actually fairly harmless. It does like glitch out some graphics and things, but nothing major. But there's a similar glitch Pokemon found in the same place called .m, and that's the one that messes up everything.
Yeah, because Missingno, like, you can walk on water and stuff, can't you? Is that the one where you can like do weird things occur because the game doesn't load the properties properly?
Yeah.
But yeah, .m is the one that like craps out your save and everything. Isn't it?
Yeah, Missingno's the famous one largely because it's mostly harmless, and therefore you can actually do things with it.
Yeah, it's not just like ruins everything.
Yeah.
Just, but yeah, definitely. There's degrees of like difficulty hunting, I think, because like me and you approach games very differently. We've talked about this before, haven't we? Quite recently, I think. Were you talking about Skyrim? Was it Skyrim we were talking about? Was it Skyrim?
Yeah. You enjoy the turn your brain off experience, and I do not.
Yeah. Like it's not the ultimate turn your brain off game. It's not like one of those clicky games. But it's that one where you can kind of just get into the mood of it and then play it on vibes.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like being able to play on vibes. I don't want to have to like think of, do you think about something like Morrowind, same series, and you've got to like, if you get the wrong build, you're snookered, right? You are gonna struggle to kill a rat. Actually, I think it's Daggerfall where you get killed by rats, isn't it? But still,
yeah,
it is. Is it Daggerfall where you can get killed by rats?
Yeah, Daggerfall is the notorious one. That the tutorial dungeon in Daggerfall is legendarily hard, and yeah, you will get murdered by rats over and over again.
But yeah, you will get snookered in Morrowind unless you've got the right stuff. Whereas that's not going to happen to you in Skyrim.
Yeah,
and I appreciate that. Of course, by the flip side, if you do the right kind of builds in Morrowind, you'll become an immortal god, and nobody will touch you. Like Dagatha, like whatever, you can like one shot him if you do the right build. It's big villain of the game with an awesome voice, one of the few voice acted characters in the game. Nah, don't worry about it.
I mean, we're looking at extreme ends of the spectrum here, I think.
Yeah, and deliberately so. For the lulzy purposes.
Yeah, for me with Skyrim, there wasn't too much to engage with. I would have liked puzzles in the dungeons, things to solve, things to think about. Even the combat, it doesn't really require you to think about what you're doing.
It's basically hack and slash, right?
Yeah. Like, yeah. It has like an interesting alchemy system where it would be interesting to come across difficult encounters where you're like, okay, but I can. They'll be weak to this potion, and this will resist their main attack, and to sit down, look at the enemy layouts and plan ahead. But there's no fight in Skyrim where you ever need to do that.
No, I mean I think
you can just charge into literally anything and win.
Yeah, I think the only thing I've struggled with, I think, is Mirak. And that was like the first time I did, so I was doing it twice.
Yeah, he is actually like a puzzle boss.
Yeah, because of the way he does his different things, right? And I don't want to spoil it for everybody. So you lost all that stuff. Yeah, that one's tough. But then again, some of those dragon priests are annoying. Then that just like hang around, float towards the ceiling at the far side of the room, and just like do that gale or whatever it's called that blows you backwards while also draining your stamina.
Yeah,
that's annoying. But again, not annoying, not super challenging.
Yeah.
So I like to not have to like think too hard about it and like puzzle it over and.
I don't like not thinking.
Yeah. I like to engage with when it comes to like the character stuff, I I get all into that, like mood wise and emotions and all that. But to me, the combat's it's kind of what you've said actually about when you run tabletop role playing games, which is obviously on my mind, much of like because like Baldur's Gate, and me going, "Ye gods, I'd much rather play Dungeon World in that regard. D&D looks like a great mess." How much I've got to remember. Side of A4, thank you very much. It's
explicitly why I don't run D&D.
Yeah.
Like I played enough D&D that I can remember that stuff, but even once you know it all, it's still so slow.
Like it's probably better in like a computer game when stuff's being done in the background and like you are the player, I guess. Then again, it's made by Larian, and they made Divinity Original Sin, which I played the first one of with Angel, and I did not enjoy it. Like, I enjoyed the talking to people, and like the fact that your party members can if the two players make different choices, the characters will disagree with each other because they're all voiced in Divinity. Like, they will disagree, and then you have to resolve it with rock paper scissors, which is a lot of fun. But the combat, I was like, it's tedious to me.
Yeah.
So obviously it's not D&D, but it's just got a D&D vibe.
Yeah.
I found that somewhat tedious.
I would agree with those assessments. I played a bit of Divinity 2 as well, and I think the combat in that is actually really fun.
Yeah.
It's very tactical, lots of options, different planning, lots of different techniques to think out. But again, it's really each fight, even a minor fight, takes a long time.
Yeah.
And I want to be exploring the map and talking to people and doing things. I don't want my entire game session to be this minor fight.
Yeah, that's what I found. Like, you get attacked by a random skeleton, and that's your evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I found as well. I was like,
but, I mean,
I want to get
fair, if they're already making games where the where fighting a lone skeleton takes your entire evening and completely stops the entire game dead and takes forever and has you memorize a billion different things, they're perfect to make a D&D game.
Exactly.
You can't. They're the right choice.
Yeah.
They're ideal for it.
Exactly. Also, some of the voice actors in Divinity Original Sin are really annoying. Just like really annoying. Just like, shut up, please. Thank you. Enough of that. Thank you very much. So it's cool. But yeah, like when me and Angel were like putting on a play, because that's the thing you can do in Divinity Original Sin. You can. There's a whole thing where like you have to like try and reconstruct. Is it like an ancient legend or whatever, and you have to fill in the gaps because nobody knows, and you've got to like try and make it convincing for your audience, and they'll react depending on how well you do it, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's really, really fun. That's like a most trivial of side quest. It means nothing, and it's really fun. But then like fighting a skeleton.
Yeah.
Also, as an aside, before we carry on to the thing we're talking about, really, you're solving a murder in Divinity Original Sin in the city of Sicile, and I had like zero clue what to do with it because like my one lead was just like nope, whenever I asked him anything, and like threatened to have me arrested if I ever questioned him again. So I was like, I don't know what to do with it, and I did look it up, and it was something that you wouldn't necessarily expect. I was like, good, but at the same time, like, how would you come to that conclusion? It's one of them where I was like, I never would have thought to do that, to like get to the next stage of the investigation.
That's probably one of those things where, like, when you're the one designing the puzzle, it seems like the solution is very obvious.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
It basically involves having to do something illegal in broad daylight. And I was like, I never would have occurred to do that because, like, you're going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
And not in the sense that I'm breaking the law, but I mean, not doing it overtly in a game like that. Like, you don't like do a murder, do you? And then, I mean, you might, you did in Skyrim. Do you mean? Like, it's not a murder in this specific case, but like.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't characterize any of my actions in Skyrim as murder.
True.
I mean, warfare, arguably. I consider myself to be an invading nation.
But yeah, so it was, like I wanted to like it more than I actually liked it. But yeah, to get back to the point, why the games that you've run, you said once that the combat should be sparing, used sparingly. It should be something that occurs a bit, not a lot. And it's the kind of everything else is what gives the combat its meaning. Like all your character interactions and all your hanging around and talking and getting to know each other. That's what makes combat matter. So he focuses solely on combat. You're like missing out on all that like reason to do it.
Yeah.
Or if you not even it's just solely on combat, but like focus on it too heavily.
And I don't remember saying that, but I strongly agree with it. I was definitely right about that.
I don't remember saying that, but it's totally what I would have done. But yeah, that's something I very much agree with. And when he said it at the time, I was like, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, it's supposed to be. It's okay. So that's more the sort of game that appeals to.
Yeah.
What's growing under it? Is it a drip?
Yeah.
Sorry, I just found like a leaf, and I was like, "What is that?" Some plant growing underwater near the greenhouse. Probably fine. That'll do for now. So, but yeah, so that's why I prefer the more the role play side of it. The combat is fun. It's there to add some drama and some tension and all of that. And I wouldn't want to do a role playing game necessarily without it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Which might seem very shallow. But yeah, I don't think I would. I think you need that to like break it up and to add tension and all that stuff. But by the same token, I don't want to do it all the time because that would be like tedious to me. Like I want to check out the market or whatever.
The role play is what gives you something to lose, and the combat is what makes you feel like you might lose it.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Good way of putting it too.
Thank you.
And again, that's another thing that I do kind of on vibes, like playing Skyrim. I'm never one for like optimizing characters and coming up with builds and all like that. And again, if you do, that's fine. I'm not judging you for it. You find your enjoyment where you find it, you know. But for me, it's like, what would my character do? What do I like? I like the idea of having a sling, so that's what I'm going to do. No, is that wise?
I mean, myself, even in a game that like requires optimization, I will still entirely make my build on what sort of person I want my character to be.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, you can consider that to be an extra part of the challenge if you want. That's what makes it fun for me.
Yeah, it's the same for me. Like, you know, in life, people don't tend to optimize, do they? In that way. I mean, everyone does to a degree, I guess. But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I mean, when you get down to it, like, optimizing is really a bit of a crutch, you know. I mean, you should really go for, you know, if you want to experience the game properly, you should really go for a bad build so you can experience the full challenge. You know, then you're getting more out of the game. You know, you're properly engaging with it.
exactly. That's you know, that's how I do these things too. You know, that's why I do it. It's not just like because I do things on vibes. It's it's for the challenge. There's a villager stood on my chest, by the way. I don't know why. Yeah, it's just, you know, it's just the challenge. That's why I do it. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think we have got any. Should I go and cause some ecological devastation?
Getting some phone noises.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Let's try this. Let's see if this made a difference.
Okay. I think so. I mean, it's hard to tell when it's intermittent.
We hadn't on Sunday, did we? Or at least nobody mentioned any Sunday. So I was trying. I'm experimenting to determine the cause.
Yeah.
You can't turn sound. No, never mind. I don't want to do that. Yeah, do you think I should cause some ecological devastation? Is what I'm asking.
Like, I can't really think of any reason that you wouldn't.
Good point. No deserts near here, though, is there? That'd be really convenient if there were. But we've not encountered one. Not one desert.
Oh, are you, quarrying sand?
Yeah, I think you just get some sand in, but something a bit different to do as well.
Mm.
Probably finish that aquarium at some point and all. It's an unfinished project at the minute. I'm talking about doing this for a bit, so. Yeah, I'm actually just dredging. I'm not causing ecological devastation. Helping, if anything. By dredging out the silt that it builds up at the bottom of these things, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say something and I forgot what it was. I got distracted by destroying the environment. Maybe it was about builds, I can't remember. But no, I can't remember what it was. Builds or something. D&D? No. Dungeon World? No. If I'm playing badly, it's because I'm making it a challenge. I can't remember. I'd like to play Elder Scrolls Online again at some point, which is not. There's villagers going beyond the high hay to where your boathouse is, by the way.
Oh, okay.
The original part of the high hay, I guess. There's not really much of a land route at the minute, so they're like just like floating in the water.
There is a gate.
Has it got a gate on it? Yeah. Oh, it's open. Yeah, it's open. Yeah, they can just walk through if they want.
Yeah, not a gate. Just there's a pathway.
Yeah, they're just floating in the water. I don't know if they're stuck or. Nah, they're not stuck. They're just hanging out. It's fine. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah.
As you were. I suppose really if I'd thought on, I could have worn that helmet that allows you to breathe underwater longer. It's fine. Wee. I like the sprint version of swimming now as well.
Yeah.
Even if I always get the wrong button. Are you leaving the under the boathouse as just like open water, brother?
Yeah, I think so.
Nice, yeah, like it's built on a platform.
Yeah, that's the idea.
That is a critical mass of turtles.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with those turtles.
They just love it, don't they?
Yeah.
Where did that other? Oh, that's alright. For a minute, I thought the village would like gotten so stuck in a mass of turtles or something. I could see that happening.
Yeah.
Getting like crushed. We've seen similar, haven't we? I couldn't guarantee that won't gonna happen again.
Yeah.
Yep. There we go. So I'm not touching the beaches where we get the turtles to lay their eggs, of course. I'm not that environmentally destructive. Like somewhat, not that much. Oh, there's caverns under here. Interesting.
Yeah. You just flooded them.
Probably, yeah. Like I
Yeah,
was digging and stuff just fell through.
Probably the same caverns that run in Chasm D.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's definitely stuff going on down here. I think I found where the, you know, you can hear the zombies groaning when you're out by the lake. I think I found where that's coming from. Interesting.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're going to say something and I interrupted you.
Just thinking that maybe you had a similar experience with Divinity as me, because I played through it with somebody that we're no longer in contact with.
Mm. Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. And I think that it spoiled the game for me a bit at the time, and it spoiled it a lot more for me in retrospect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of want to replay the game and give it a fair chance, but I also kind of don't want to because...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can completely understand that.
Yeah.
It's not quite...
I mean,
zombies.
part of it is that, like, I didn't get super far in, but I was a bit of a way in. And, like, I had a character that I really liked, and part of me is like, if I did play again, I'd want to remake that character.
Yeah.
But also, I don't want to go through all the stuff that I already did making the same choices. I just want to be back up to the point where I was, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that. It's long ago enough for me that I don't remember anything that I did. A lot of mushrooms down here, like a very great amount of mushrooms. How?
I remember everything ever. It's my curse.
But not apparently what you'd said about role-playing games.
Yeah.
It's just nothing but mushrooms down here. I've never seen many mushrooms in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like everywhere's carpeted with brown mushrooms. Oh, that's a lot of zombies and creepers. Are you fixed?
Do you...
Yeah, you're up to road at minute.
I was just waiting for the glass merchant to restock. I can hurry over, I guess.
Might be alright. I think I can get him from where I am, I think.
Okay.
They're all brandishing something oh, that's a lot of zombies. Like the zombies are coming to me brandishing the meat of their brothers.
I need to like build myself a house over in East Market. I spend so much time here.
Yeah. More zombies. What's that zombie wielding? Oh, I'm out of arrows. That's unfortunate.
Ah.
Secure the area. More mushrooms. It's nothing but mushrooms. It's remarkable. Like I've genuinely never seen so many. Oh, that's a creeper. Oh no. Oh, no. Back it up.
Biomes. the underground Mushroom Island.
Yeah. I lost it. Like you have to come and have a look when you got a chance. I need more arrows anyway.
Yeah. I'm almost done over here, so.
Let's grab this coal and hope I don't get creeped while I do it.
Quoth Luma sub failing ZZZ.
I need to get to a place of safety. Then I will definitely ZZZ. Found some glow squid ink. That's unusual. That's one of the zombies were carrying it. I shall retreat to the surface. The hated surface world.
I've finished my shopping. I'll come over and we can mount an expedition.
Thank you. Same thing, I was just trying to get some sand. It's turned into an adventure. I'll go and put all this stuff back, get more arrows, and then we'll find out what's down here. Yeah. I mean, I'd love to play through Elder Scrolls Online again as well. Let's do it, because I played through myself like most of the storyline.
Yeah.
I played through a chunk with Angel. But like there are other, there's the other lot of faction quest lines and stuff. I'll have to do them at some point. Like there's new stuff, loads of new stuff been added since, of course.
Yeah.
Excuse me. As happens to these online games. New stuff being added all the while, so. Oop, there we go.
Something that'll be fun to do sometime.
So I've got the cause they added like the stuff that originally like Morrowind, or some of the Morrowind stuff they added. Because there's already like some Morrowind stuff in the base game, right? And they added some more, and like new character classes and stuff, and that's been added since I played it. So I'd love to like do that at some point. Alright, so all my sand is cooking. There's room for more though. I divvied it up quite well. But yeah, there's like 3 different like Morrowind regions or something like that, so
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. Like which have all been like DLC, you know. Oh, I've now got 4 arrows because I recovered some. That's not really enough.
Yeah.
Where did the other go?
Do we have enough in storage, or do we need to shop for some?
Let me have a look. Oh, we got plenty.
Good.
I should probably take a second stack with me though. How many arrows have you got on you? Are you alright?
I've got almost 2 stacks, yeah.
Oh yeah, fine. Then, yeah, I've got 2 myself.
Like, not enough, obviously, for an expedition, but like, you know, for a shopping trip, 2 stacks is usually enough. I mean, I'm traveling a little light here, but you know, I've got to carry stuff back with me.
Yeah, of course. Gotta leave room for your shopping, haven't you? Where did I move dyes to? Here. Let's put that on. Oh, excellent, yeah, okay. Just making sure my inventory is emptied of a lot of stuff. So that I've got space for whatever we might find. Oh, we've got so many torches, haven't we? That's brilliant. Did I do that, or did you?
I think I made quite a few recently.
That makes sense. Boop. Okay. Adjusting myself. Having a shuffle. Yeah. Yeah, because there were 3 classes when were there 3 or were there 4 classes when I played? 4, I think. The Elder Scrolls Online. There were one that's like a rogue type thing. Very obviously a rogue as well. It was like a Nightblade or something like that. It's obviously like it's usually a rogue class. I think it was called like a sorcerer or something. And they could summon Daedra. That was like one of the skill lines you could go down. Summoning Daedra, which to me is the most fun. They also had the physically weaker but had the most powerful spells. But everybody has spells and abilities in Elder Scrolls Online. Yeah. The other 2 were like your tanky one and your DPS one, essentially. You got your party there, and you. Hello. Oh, excellent. Excellent. Thank you. Oh, that's so much. That's brilliant. Thank you. Oh, that's tons. I shall store this away for now. That we may thus not lose it in a pit.
Yeah, wow, that's not very many classes considering, how many Arena had way back at the beginning.
How many did Arena have, Lewis?
I mean, I couldn't give you the number, but there were tons.
I think Morrowind had a load as well.
Yeah.
They added when they did the Morrowind expansion, which I think is now free with the version app. Me and you have both got. They added another class called like a warden or something. I don't know what they do, but that sounds fun. Maybe they're an animal summoner. There's usually scope for an animal summoner in these games, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's definitely one in Divinity Original Sin, 'cause that's what I played. I played an animal summoner, kept summoning spiders. Which is, it's quite fun. Yeah. Summon a giant spider. But I think they might have added more classes since to Elder Scrolls Online, but I don't know. But I remember it being fun. It had a moment when me and Angel played through it where we were joking about what was going to happen, and then it actually happened. And it caught us so completely off guard because we were just like being silly about what like the most ridiculous thing this character could say, and then he said or said something similar. They were brilliant. But yeah, I played a Nord in that one. Dragon Knight, that's your DPS one. A Nord Dragon Knight.
Yeah, I played a Nord in Arena.
Did you?
Yeah.
See, I played a Breton for my first playthrough, which I did on my own. Played the tank one, basically. And again, that was no way optimized. I can see that in hindsight. But it was always just like what I liked. One thing I do really like about Elder Scrolls Online is the armor quality isn't matched to the style. So like you get light, medium, and heavy armor in every like style, because you can get different styles, like you find them in the world, or you can buy them either with in-game currency or real-world currency. Alas, you can buy like the styles, right? And you get different styles of armor and stuff.
Yeah.
And the quality isn't tied to the style, so you can have like really good, I don't know, Argonian armor or whatever. Hi. Follow me if you are prepared. Because that's like for me like a problem with Skyrim is like elven armor is not as good, say, as some of the other light armors, and I get why, but if you really like the style of an armor, you don't necessarily want to like change it. Although of course, also true that if you do your alchemy enchanted items exploit, you can just make any armor ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I believe something like dwarven armor, you can make it them like completely broken if you really want to. Here we go. Got some pace going there. You don't need your Daedric armor because. Right, we're going to descend down this hole, and there's air down the bottom, so you're not down for long.
Yeah, Tam has a pretty clear upgrade tree of the light and heavy armors.
Yeah, and like, I get it. Like from a games design perspective, sure, I get it. But at the same time, there's some armors I thought were really cool, and I didn't want to not be able to have them.
Yeah.
You got to optimize your build.
Yeah, as you say, once you start enchanting them, the actual armor stats can become largely irrelevant compared to the enchantment stats.
Yeah, and you like we said before, you can get really silly with it.
Yeah.
They can do some silly combos of silly amounts of protect. You can get so like, what was it? You can get like 6 times. When I stopped, right, I was like 6 times beyond the maximum possible protection, even with maximum like anti-armor. I was still like 6 times beyond.
Yeah.
When I got bored at it, I was still 6 times beyond the maximum you can possibly have. So you can certainly be silly.
Yeah.
If you ever mind. But unless you're doing that, you're like, oh yeah, I really like. They were in an armor when my first playthrough of Skyrim, and I really like the look on it. I can't remember what it was. Is it scale armor maybe? The other one that you can't make, you can only find.
Yeah.
I think it's scale armor. And I really liked it, and I wore it for ages, even as it became increasingly impractical. Like, because the enemies are leveling up, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's like, I need better armor, but I just really like the design of this one. I just want to keep it. So I kept it for ages. I did it first, but is it fur armor, the one that's like a belt? Zombies. Zombie. See what I mean about the mushrooms?
Yeah. There's a lot of mushrooms.
Now, if we had an
I mean,
equivalent
I get-
number of red mushrooms, we could live off mushroom stew.
This must be the result of it being under the lake, so it's very damp down here.
That must be it. That makes sense. A lot of humidity, so it's dark. Perhaps just enough air movement, to get everything it needs. In a game sense. It's because we're just like constantly milling about above it, aren't we?
Yeah.
For years, like literal in-game years and real-world years. We're milling around above there. Oh, we got more. Oh, I didn't see that. There's a chamber above us. Better dig into it so nothing drops on down on us. Oh, it's tiny. There's nothing worth it here. But yeah, so Elder Scrolls Online, like you get the style, and then you can make the armors, depending on your skill at making it, which is way better. That's what I want to be able to do. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think because it's like a multi, it's an MMO. Rupiga. Hi.
Hey.
Yeah, you want to show off to other players, don't you? That's a big part of it. But I think the character creator is so good. Like, you can make incredibly pretty characters or handsome or whatever. You can really good to turn. Okay, I'm gonna try and mark some torches out. Wow, it's massive down here. Please tell me that's you. Yeah, it is you. Whew. Oh, it's a glow squid. I thought it was some grim presence. It's not. It's a glow squid. There you go. Yeah, there's a glow squid just chilling down here. Back. forever, doesn't it? Reached the end of it, yeah. No, we haven't.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
a big place.
Set up a mushroom business. You can also hide your helmet. See if people can always see your face.
Yeah.
Yeah. You spent 3 hours making them pretty. You're gonna do it. Or handsome or whatever. I have such a weakness for character creators. I like to spend just absolute ages just like making my character.
Yeah.
When I played Elder Scrolls Online with Angel, like we'd arranged it like Thursday night. I think we used to do it. Right, we're gonna set it up. So loaded up the game, and there we are. We're gonna create his character at the same time. So we could like decide between us certain aspects, stuff like that. And he'd go, "Oh, are you ready?" I was like, "No, I'm not ready yet." After a bit, "Are you ready yet?" And no, I'm just doing makeup or whatever. He's like, "You can do makeup?" Like, yeah. Oh, let me have a look then. And then it's, "Are you ready yet?" No, I'm just doing whatever else. Wait, you can do that? Yeah. Hold on. Then he'd spent on that for like a couple of hours. I can hear foes. Also, something burning in lava. That's not you, is it? I've got water if you... I'm on fire. How did you get on fire?
I hit a zombie with a fire sword.
Oh, sure. And then the zombie walked into you.
Yeah.
In the zombie survival guide by Max Brooks, who's... I don't know anything about him. I'm not endorsing him as a person. Oh.
Creeper.
Oh. Currently down a hole. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I got him.
Nice.
How's the Jew go?
Round the corner.
Oh, okay.
Where the lava flow is.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm in combat and you're mining coal.
Yeah, if it ain't broke.
Would I expect anything else?
I thought you were covering for me while yeah. Cover me while I get this coal. That's the real reason for going on these expeditions, isn't it? Is to find resources we can exploit, so. Don't think you're in combat still. Is everything okay over there?
Yeah.
Gotta be careful there, because there's lava like right nearby. I don't want to get like lavaed. Okay. So much coal, Loomis. This'll fetch a pretty penny. I can
Get those trade goods.
Exactly. Can't do a capitalism without him. Shame we can't flog on mushrooms.
Yeah.
Create a market for him, I guess. Come on. Oh, missed. That's a bad miss. Oh, flying down a hole. Oh, I'm committed. There's so much coal down here. I'm running out of torches. Did you do your habitual thing of bringing masses of torches?
I mean, I brought a few extra. I guess I can share a couple of stacks.
Just keeps going. I'm working my way back. There's not that there's anything valuable down here, but I just need to make sure I get there first. You won't be interested. So many bats. Oh, bats and mushrooms. What's going on?
I don't know quite where you are.
It's okay, Alan. Nothing need to worry. I can't believe it. What a haul! I'm rich. Rich in a resource we have no use for. I found diamonds.
Ah.
6 diamonds, which is a hell of a lot. And I've been playing through this a lot on my
Oh.
own at times. I've you know, being able to get 6 diamonds. You know, I can make a diamond pickaxe and still have, you know, like diamonds left over for other purposes. Whereas, of course, we just trade them with like trade diamond items with villagers, so it doesn't matter. We've never, I don't know, apart from like enchanting tables or whatever, we've not even really used the diamonds we've got, have we?
No.
So I just don't need them.
I've
What's that? More.
I've come out in one of the chasms under the city.
Oh no, a bat just flew into lava and died.
Ah.
Oh. More
iron
diamonds. Oh, nice. More diamonds. I'm rich. I just have to be really careful because there's so much lava around here. Like, I'm very nervous about falling into any of this lava and dying. Like there's a non-zero chance that I will. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah.
There we
we're
go.
gonna-
You fell into the lava and died.
I didn't die, but as I was tunneling, lava started pouring in, and I bailed. Thankfully, I was quick on my feet, like a rouge, as I believe the class is called.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like coal and iron, but it's like right over lava, and I'm not messing about. Now, if only I could work out how to get back to where I came from. In my pursuit of riches. Got lost. Oh, that's actually really easy. I say, like, it's a hazardous place, but it's an easy route. A lot of enemy sounds, though. I'm all alone. Been abandoned. By those
I would
chick-
argue that you went off without me, and I've been searching for you since. So.
I mean, one could, you know, there's 6 of one and a half a dozen other, as they say.
Hmm.
So much coal, though. And diamonds. Again, we have no use for them, but like, what's more capitalist than chasing after a resource that has no practical value? Just its rarity. I can sense your key, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So many zombies. I keep thinking there must be a zombie spawn here. Because I just keep hearing so many zombies. But I think they're that used to having us hanging around. They're like spawning down here all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Sort of remind me of something I was saying on Armored Core.
Hmm.
Back to the game contained mechs 0 out of 10 guy.
Yeah, yeah. Beautiful, beautiful.
He was saying
Peak
how Miyazaki didn't work on Armored Core, and therefore it's not really a FromSoft game because he's the only actual employee.
Oh, sure.
Everyone else there is just like fans pitching in, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's how big companies work.
Yeah. Which is, I mean, it's funny to me because like Miyazaki didn't even work on Dark Souls 2, and I would say that's the best Dark Souls game. So.
Gold! Struck gold!
Oh.
What a haul of riches this has been.
Yeah, and gold's actually pretty useful to us.
That's true, actually.
So, if anything, that's the resource that is most useful for us to find.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Because like emeralds and diamonds, like who cares? Honestly.
Got easier ways to get those.
Yeah.
Iron and copper, you know, it's nice, but we've got a lot of it.
Now gold.
Gold. Yeah, gold. There's things we can do with gold.
Mm.
These caverns still just keep going.
Chasm is earning its name, I guess.
Mm.
They don't remember the way back to the surface. Or are we doomed to become troglodytes?
You just yeah, it's easy. You just keep the torches to your right.
That's true. Oh, there's a whole gang of zombies. There's like 6 of them. How's it going, fellas? Oh, and a drowned. You don't see one of them on land very often. More zombies coming to the party. Some are brandishing arrows. Come on, up you come.
But then, like...
Like 8
so
of them?
this...
10 of them? 15? I can't tell.
Oh. Oh yeah, maybe you have found a spawner with that many. I don't know if a spawner can churn out that many at once.
They've been assembling for a while.
Yeah, so there's this worship of Miyazaki as you know, the determining factor of whether something is souls or not.
Yeah.
But then, like, you get situations like what you were mentioning earlier about the co-op using summons,
Hmm.
and like that was his thing, and he was huge on it.
Ah.
Like it was a really important part of Souls for him. This idea that like you were not alone out there. There were other adventurers wandering around, and you'd bump into them at random, and some of them would fight you, and some of them would help you, and that you know the invaders the way you can invade other players, or you could put down your sign for people to call upon your aid. Like it was all supposed to create this feeling of this flowing world where you're just one part of a greater group of heroes fighting for the same cause.
Yeah, see, that's great. That sounds great to me.
Yeah. Like, I think it didn't really work. I think Dark Souls does... Everything multiplayer relating to the Soulsborne series is absolutely terrible. But I love the concept of it.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing that appeals to, isn't it?
Mm.
Okay, so... how do I get back to the surface? Or do I just become a troglodyte? Well, this is life now. Well, they're on my left here, so that must mean... they're all on my left, facing in every direction.
Yeah, you've been doing the same as me, where you, like, as you go in, you put the torches on the left so that you can follow the torches on the right to the way out.
No. I'm putting them on the right.
You just putting them... wait, where have you been putting them?
Right. Ow. Always on the right-hand wall. So you follow them left home.
But, like, you drive on the left.
That's true. So, that would make sense, I guess. Yeah, I don't reckon. So, have you been putting them on the left-hand wall? I just...
No, I'm just messing with you.
Good. Hi.
Oh. Hi.
We're not close to the surface, but oh, thank you. I'll take as many as I've got space for. Thank you, because my inventory's very full. Thank you. I've got stuff I can ditch though. Oh, definitely.
I've still got some space if you want to chuck
Ah.
some over here.
Sure. Let me just.
You know, perhaps the most valuable items.
There you go. You
The
dropped them.
gold and the diamonds. I dropped some?
They were eggs. I threw eggs at you, but no, I do have some stuff.
Oh.
How's this look? How's that?
Oh, heads up behind you.
What we got?
Creeper.
Ah, thank you. That's shooting.
There we go.
Oh. The problem with doing inventory management in an active, hostile area. Okay, so
Yeah.
maybe if we can figure out the reason, we can get home. That's from Life on Mars, by the way. Been watching some. I decided to rewatch. Well, not necessarily rewatch the whole thing, but just watch some at least and see how I feel of Life on Mars, which is you may or may not be familiar with. Maybe the viewers on home aren't. Not the American one that's rubbish, but the original British one that's also rubbish, but for different reasons. Because it's actually really well made telly. It's just horrendous propaganda.
Yeah.
Oh wait, this looks like the sort of thing that one might use to escape. Like he's really well made telly. He's got very good, well acted and everything. But yeah, just like propaganda. Is this the bloke from 2006 or whatever it is who wakes up in 1973 after an accident? He wonders, is he hallucinating essentially?
Yeah.
Has he gone back in time? Is he dead?
It's an isekai.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I found the surface. We can regroup and then come back if you like. Yeah, it's an isekai. I mean, that's a hell of a way to put it, but it is, yeah. And it's fascinating partly because it's made in 2006. And it's got that Blairite era feeling of like we've solved all the problems. You know? Do you remember that, what it was like? When like in the early 2000s, before the banking crash, revealed the lie of it. There was this idea that like we'd fixed it, we'd cracked it. You got like Gordon Brown saying there weren't going to be booms and busts anymore. It was just going to be like steady economy.
Yeah.
And all of that stuff. And of course it's nonsense, but that was the claim. And, part of me kind of misses that. Like, even though we're utterly wrong, there was something quite nice about that era, that feeling that like, yeah, we sorted it.
Yeah. The general sensation of hope. I recall that.
Yeah, and I know it was built on lies, and I know, obviously we know Blair's bad. We're certainly not defending him. But that feeling that we had at the time, that like we could overcome things, we'd solved them. We've got so many diamonds, by the way. We've got so many diamonds and like no use for them. And so that's kind of the vibe, really. Is like the coppers in 1973 are horrible, but like the guy from the present is like he knows how to do it properly. So. And partly it is exposing that maybe he's not as advanced as he thinks he is, that kind of thing. But still, it's very much in that mould of we've sorted it in the future and copperin's fine now. It's not. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not fine. ACAB, definitely. So it's kind of fun to see that, actually. It's like, yeah, we did used to think that way. And here's the other problem with it is like, obviously to contrast with a modern man, the coppers from the past are awful, right?
Yeah.
Like they're openly kind of like sexist, homophobic, racist, ableist, etc. And you've always got that. Whenever you do anything like that, you've always got the question of to what extent is it there for you to be like appalled by, and to what extent is it to be is it there for you to laugh at it?
Yeah.
To what extent is it a joke when Gene Hunt uses a string of homophobic terms? Because he's meant to be awful, and you're meant to kind of like shake your head at him, but he's also meant to be kind of funny and charming. because otherwise he's like an irredeemable monster, isn't he? So to what extent, is it showing how bad he is, but also you're just using the language of that time? So there's that, you kind of go, yeah. Which I'm not especially keen on. I'm ready whenever you are, by the way. I've emptied my inventory. The use of music is very good, though.
Yeah.
And of course, obviously, Sam has a view of these issues that he knows how some of them are going to turn out, like football hooliganism, which was in an episode the other day. And like when he gets, they get called out to a murder in a mill, and it's the mill that he's turned into a block of flats in his own time, but the people working in the mill are worried about whether the mill's going to stay open or not, and like he already knows it won't. So you've got some stuff like that that's good, and some good ways of doing things and looking at how people viewed things in the 70s compared to now, which was 2006. But yeah, it's propaganda, and also like I think it later makes them, less so at the beginning. I think it later makes the mistake that a lot of these programs do, that Gene Hunt is really popular because he's funny, because they made him funny, right? And Philip Glenister plays it very charismatically, so he becomes more of the hero when he's the one you're supposed to be disagreeing with.
Yeah.
Like he's the one who, like, he frequently uses like cowboy terms to, he's the sheriff, he's this, that, and other. So he's obviously meant to have a self-image of being this like tough Wild West sheriff, when obviously that's not the attitude he should be having. And there's stuff like that where that's where he's clearly wrong, but then in later ones he's too much of the main character and too less of not enough of actually he's wrong about this stuff. So I think that is a trap it falls into later. The villagers casually strolling up the rail. Again, like I said, it's well made, but yeah, it's got some problems. What were you going to say, sir?
Give me a moment while I try and
Gather your
find the
thoughts.
chest that I'm looking for.
I thought you were like trying to gather your thoughts, and what you have to.
I can armor. I found some chainmail.
It's up here at this end.
I can never find anything in this place since it was redone.
Armor, iron, there you go.
Nah. Cool. And I have some metals.
Alright.
Over here? Yeah, here we go.
That's it, they're all down that end.
Alright, I just need to restock a couple of things then I'm good to go.
Sure, I've reached out with food. You've got tons of torches still, haven't you?
Yeah.
Let me just boot them up. And I'll just top up my food, alright. Yes, I do. What about a meter cubed of honey? Do you think we need that?
I mean, I wouldn't want to get there and find that we need it and we don't have it,
You listed inventions, a meter cubed of honey. Nah, that villager can get back from there, it's fine. The aquarium, we need to finish that.
Yeah, BoJack Horseman does a really good storyline, exploring that kind of idea.
Oh yeah.
In which he plays a cop with, because in universe he's an actor.
Alright, sure.
there's an arc about him doing this very grim and gritty police show, in which he plays this cop with PTSD who goes more and more off the rails as time goes on, and is just an absolutely awful person.
Yeah.
And like, there's this sort of constant underlying debate between him and one of the writers, who's also like a main character, one of his close friends, where he's like, he's thinking that it's okay for the main character to be absolutely awful because he's, you're not meant to like him. He's supposed to be a bad guy.
Yeah.
You're supposed to see him as an idea of what you shouldn't be. Where she's more the idea. She's very unhappy with the direction the show is going, and is like, this normalizes it.
Yeah.
People put on their TV and they see this kind of behavior, and it becomes behavior that they expect. It seems like what? Where are you?
It's okay. It's alright. I had to fall back. Well, thank you though.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's awful behavior, but it's awful behavior that you expect to encounter and don't react fully to.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
And it's a really good meta arc because the show itself is about BoJack Horseman, who is an awful person.
Ah, nice.
And it's ostensibly the show's sort of calling out how the ways he acts is awful, but also like you're seeing his awfulness on the show from his point of view. Like, is that normalizing it?
Yeah. Okay, I like that. How deep is that? Oh, very. Oh, yeah, that's like bottom of the world stuff down there.
Oh no, we're
Oh, wait, are we?
We're in the temple, yeah. That goes all the way down to bedrock. Then, in that case, yeah. be careful of that. Yeah, this is the temple chasm. This is a holy spot. You should be grateful to be here.
Do I have to take my hold on? Do I have to take my hat off? I take shoes off. It's only going. Yeah.
And let's face it, the feather falling is not going to help you if you go down there.
No, that's true. That's a lot of cobblestone here. Obviously, somebody's worked it before.
Yeah, probably when I was doing the temple work.
Oh no! My iron.
What? Oh. Yeah, I think I had to build this up around where the water was pouring out.
Oh, yeah, to stop it flooding your works.
Yeah.
Back here. But yeah, absolutely. And the same problem with Gene Hunt, right? Is that it normalizes his kind of like casual bigotry. Becomes normalized. Because, yeah, you're not supposed to agree with him or like him. People did. Because he's funny and he's charming. And yeah, obviously people who are already bigoted are going to agree with him, right?
Yeah.
Or even people who just kind of get like drawn into it. Like, oh, yeah, we did just act like that. What we're wrong with it? Because it's quite difficult to self-criticize, isn't it? And say, yeah, I used to say that stuff and I shouldn't have done. Whereas then you get, effective copper Gene Hunt. Because the point of it is, like, he's a good, inverted commas, copper. He just does it with, like, horrible means a lot of the time. Hold on. He's got good instincts and all of that, and that's part of the... Ah! Under attack. Right, it's okay, the skeletons are killing each other. I've just got to kill the victor. There we go. Sorry, sacred ground or no, I need to armor up because I took loads of damage from that. There you go. And I think it's a problem that telly has in general, actually, more than like books and such. And I've kind of talked about this before, that I think telly can make characters more relatable, or films, a visual medium like that, media like that. It can make characters more relatable than they would be in a book or comic or something. I know it's a problem that Game of Thrones had. There are characters in that who are like, I mean, they're all awful, right? But like, there are characters who are awful. Who, so many Endermen. I'm trying not to look at them.
Yeah. I'm finding soil blocks down here when I wouldn't really expect to. Like, lots of soil blocks just randomly placed down here.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't normally expect them at this layer. And I'm wondering if there's just,
no.
like, been Endermen wandering around here for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
Dropping soil blocks because they're technically within our active zone.
Yeah. I bet there has been, actually. Yes, I know people who've read like A Song of Ice and Fire have said that like the Hound, for example, is just like straight up awful in the books. Whereas he's sort of likable in telly, partly because like the actor plays him in a way that is likable.
Yeah.
I can hear a lot of burning down there.
Actors tend to be charismatic people, and therefore they make their characters charismatic.
Yeah. Whereas in a book, of course, you can say everybody hated this person, they're awful, and you go,
Yeah.
oh yeah, they're awful. But then when John, the actor's playing it, you go, he's supposed to be awful, but I actually like him. He's a mess. He's whatever, right?
Yeah.
Very dangerous. No, I judged it right. I'm a genius. I mean, it's still really dangerous, but like, I did judge it right. Steady, steady. Whew. How long do you think a zombie lasts? Because they're dead, so they should be decomposing. And we're in a cave, which could probably be hotter given all this lava just spewing thither and yon.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it depends on the cave environment, because if it's, I mean, it's very dry down here.
Yeah.
Like, you probably wouldn't really get bacteria, which is going to be the main thing.
That's true.
It's certainly not the kind of bacteria that would flourish in living remains. And like, well, normally underground the air would be very still and not disturb things, but but with the lava, there's probably air currents from the heat.
Yeah, that's true. What do you think about the iron on the other side of this lava flow? Do you think it's worth the risk, or do we just leave it?
I mean, I'm sure that jump can be made safely.
Yeah, probably can.
Well, I mean, I'm sure the jump can be made anyway.
Yeah.
Where are we looking? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Then we could just dig round it.
Yeah.
Perhaps if we go kind of where you've just come from, and then tunnel straight across where we turned, we'd probably have to do something like this. There we go. There we are. I've struck iron, as the saying goes.
That is what they say.
Whew. Hi.
Hi.
Was there any more? I can't see. I think we got it, didn't we?
Yeah, I can't really see any more from here.
Excellent. Oh, there's like, yeah, there's a little bit. Okay, I'll go back to where I was doing before. Whew. Dangerous. I'm really worried I'm going to tunnel into the source block. Okay, enough of that nonsense. All it takes is a rogue Q,
Yeah.
and you've heaved your pickaxe into it, which I've done before. What's over here? What's over here?
Nope.
Nice
Gives me...
Oh, no, careful. We're over that chasm.
Oh.
I don't want you to get pushed in again.
Yeah.
Where did I make a bridge?
Oh, I took the bridge down.
Oh.
Bye.
No. Thank you.
I didn't want us to... I took the bridge down because I didn't want us to, like, come back another way, and then I've now got a bridge in my
Of course.
sacred chasm.
Yeah, rightly so. Yeah, if it's any consolation, we built in your sacred chasm while in the pursuit of rare materials
Yeah.
that we could sell.
The chasm was enough work to dig out the first time. I don't want to have to, like, climb down to remove an impromptu bridge.
Even in the pursuit of wealth.
Yeah.
Lots of coal here, which is nice for my end too. Yeah, okay, there's nothing further up here. Whee. Up, come on. Right, come on. Oh, loads of iron. Yep. Oh no, I didn't get it all. Oh, no, I didn't. Right. Go out of this. Yeah. Wee. I will say as well, this isn't just a final thought about Life on Mars. I say being well-made telly, even though it's propaganda and normalises horrible behaviour. So there's a cave in there, so. And again. Excuse me. Is it the only few episodes are actually really quite unsettling and creepy, in a way that kind of gets lost over time. I guess as Sam becomes more accustomed to his isekai situation.
Yeah.
But the first few are very like weird because he's got no idea what's going on, and he's like trying desperately to like work out, you know, what he should do and how he fits into it all and what's going on there. More down here. But I guess the more used to it he gets, the less that's an issue. Fair enough. But
Yeah.
okay. I don't actually know where we are. Oh, this looks unexplored up ahead. There's dead end. There's more mushrooms. A fellow gourmand for mushrooms. That's what every time I think of the word mushroom now, that's what I think of.
Yeah.
A fellow gourmand for mushrooms. It's the rumbling like trail off that he does for that. You don't know at home, I'm referring to a sketch, like a little video by Alice Beckett King, which is it's sort of like rearranged, I guess, parts from actual interviews that Orson Welles did, but he's doing them around like 90s video game characters. But it's very funny.
So I'm live, you know. At his very first ever live show.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Wow, that's very cool. I know you saw him live, but I didn't know it was his very first ever live show.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't supposed to be. I mean, you'll know well that the date got changed because of renovations at the site.
Yeah.
So what was supposed to be a show that took place in the middle of the tour actually ended up being well before the tour was officially started.
Oh yeah.
So arguably, so technically, I saw him on the first day of the tour.
You did, didn't you? Yeah. Nice.
I say his first live show. It was like his first tour show. He's obviously done comedy clubs and things like
Yeah.
on a less official level.
Shall we get back up to the surface? It's coming up for that sort of time.
Yeah.
And seeing as I've just found the way back up, that seems fortuitous.
It was very fun because the show was super scuffed.
Was it?
Yeah.
Nice.
We got to be the test audience as he found all the things that didn't work.
Nice. Oh, that's quite fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's not even like the venue it was supposed to be in or anything, right? Was it?
It is the same venue, yeah. But it was going to be
Months later.
yeah, and they ended up planning major renovations for the time when he should have been performing there.
Weren't it like supposed to be May and it ended up being February?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big chunk earlier, isn't it? Man. Yeah, he's very funny. Obviously, I've not seen him live like you have.
Not a true fan.
No, that's true. I'm a fake fan. But I've seen his sketches and stuff online, little videos.
He's the kind of comedian who works well with his own stuff being scuffed.
Yeah. Yeah, I can believe that.
He's got that style where more compliments what he's doing than detracts from it.
This I believe. Okay.
Aye. With all this coal that we've uncovered, you can afford all the glass that you need.
That's true.
Preventing us, meaning that we don't need to cause massive ecological damage.
That's true. We don't, do we?
That said, we could do massive ecological damage anyway and keep the coal.
I do like the sound of that. I mean, what I'm hearing is more profit for us, so that's the main thing. The line
Gotta keep
must
that-
go up.
Yeah, exactly.
Got a lot of smelting to do as well, haven't we? So I'll check on that. As we're like finishing up, I'll check on the smelting I'd set going. I'll recover that and then put all the glass together, and next time we can do a lot of smelting and sell all that coal. I'm terrified I'm going to accidentally place some of this glass. Like it. There's no point me changing it to not a blank space because I'm going to end up carrying some there anyway. There we go. Now it's okay. Well, I'm getting it out at furnaces. There was no point. And I was just convinced. I was like, I'm going to start just placing random. Hi. There's glass everywhere. There we go.
I mean, we do have silk touch if it comes to that.
Well, that's true. I'd rather just smash it because it's easier. But yes, we do actually have silk touch, don't we? There are. So, are there any final thoughts you've got about anything we've dealt with today?
No, I think we got through it all.
Yeah, we've covered everything. So, yeah, that's been fun. We've found all that new cave system. I think we've pretty much explored it now, haven't we? And plundered it for all its resources.
Yeah.
As is right and good.
Nice to have a bit of an adventure.
It was. We've not had one for a little bit since we got back from the end.
Yeah.
Just like when we first, we've been on those jaunts into Nether and then spent weeks not leaving Chasmby. We're safe here. We're not going anywhere.
It's been a very long time since we've just done a straightforward dungeon crawl as well. Normally,
That's true.
most of our adventures recently we've been like doing something, whether it's
Yeah.
exploring a map or visiting the end.
That's true. Actually, yeah, we've had like a purpose, haven't we? Rather than just let's troll around and plunder resources.
Yeah. Wander around a cave, fight some zombies, mine some ores.
Simpler times.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's been a lot of fun. I hope you've enjoyed that, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed it too, Loomis.
Yeah, it's been good. Thank you for having me.
No problem, as always. Yeah, I'll be back on Sunday at around 1800 BST for painting. I painted the Bald Predator, especially in Bald Predator, aren't we? And then back a week today at around 2000 BST for more Minecraft. Will you be with me there, Loomis?
Should be.
Excellent. So I'll let you say goodbyes.
Yeah. It's been good, everybody. Have a good time zone and see you next time.
Yeah, thank you everybody for watching, and thank you, Loomis, as always. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah.
I hope to see you all soon. Until then, take care and namarie.